Writer's block is like Bigfoot. Everyone has a different opinion on what it is. Some say it doesn't exist, others say they've seen it themselves, but of course they were alone in the woods and don't have any clear video footage to prove their claim. So, what do famous authors have to say about Bigfoot? No, I mean, what do famous authors have to say about writer's block? That one.
No fluff writing advice. Cut the fluff!
Judy Blume, always controversial, said,
I don't believe in writer's block. For me, there's no such thing as writer's block. Don't even say writer's block.
All right, case closed. We can all pack up and go home. Writer's block isn't real. Terry Pratchett was another writer's block non-believer, stating,
There's no such thing as writer's block. That was invented by people in California who couldn't write.
I know California has produced a lot of world-changing products over the years. I mean, we got Hollywood, the iPhone, the internet, but I didn't know they invented writer's block too. I'm impressed. Is it patented? Are we allowed to get writer's block without approval? Do we have to pay royalties whenever we claim writer's block? Is it like using a toll road, but instead of getting somewhere, you're getting nowhere and you now have a great excuse for your lack of progress? Yes, I'm using the famous Californian invention of writer's block to avoid my responsibilities and not produce that book I promised my fans. You know who I'm talking about. Actually, it could be one of two very specific authors. Patrick Rothfuss, author of What Exists of the Kingkiller Chronicles, is another writer's block naysayer, stating,
It does not exist.
Oh, what a relief, another case closed. But wait, there's more. Rothfuss, with his mouthful of a surname, explained,
Sometimes writing is super hard, just like any other job, but no plumber ever gets to call into work and they're like, Jake, I have plumber's block. You know? What would your boss say? I have teacher's block. I have accounting block. They would say, you are fired. You have problems and you are fired. Get your ass in here and plumb some stuff, Jerry.
Funnily enough, Rothfuss has failed to produce the third and final book of his Kingkiller Chronicle trilogy. That's right, writer's block, a supposedly mythical affliction, has afflicted him. It's like a Bigfoot denier going out into the woods and being eaten by Bigfoot. But I guess Rothfuss is still alive, so Bigfoot or writer's block hasn't eaten him. Maybe it just fucked him and sent him on his way. Dan Harmon, creator of Community and Rick and Morty, offers some actual advice on overcoming writer's block, stating,
The reason you're having a hard time writing is because of a conflict between the goal of writing well and the fear of writing badly. Switch from team I will one day write something good to team I have no choice but to write a piece of shit. And then take off your bad writer hat and replace it with a petty critic hat and go to town on that poor hack's draft, and that's your second draft.
Finally, an author who admits writer's block exists, even if it isn't what people think it is. It's like Bigfoot's real, but it's your own fears that manifest him. So stop fearing Bigfoot or your own suckiness as a writer, and you'll stop seeing giant apes in the woods. Simple. Now, disgraced author Neil Gaiman said, to overcome writer's block,
Put your writing aside for a few days or longer. Do other things. Try not to think about it.
Other things? What other things do you do, Neil? Allegedly. Look, it's actually good advice. Sometimes when you're experiencing what some would label writer's block, getting your head out of your story and thinking about something else can unblock the old head plumbing and get the words flowing again. A change of scenery can help. Go for a walk in nature. Look for Bigfoot. When following Neil Gaiman's advice, whatever you do to take a break from your writing, make sure it's legal and consensual. Ray Bradbury, author of countless things, I mean, we could probably count them, but it'd take a while. Anyway, Bradbury considers writer's block to be a warning shot. Turn back now. You're on the wrong path. Keep going and you will die. Alright, he didn't say that exactly. The mythical writer's block never took anyone's life, unlike the very real Bigfoot. Look into it. Specifically, Bradbury said,
What if you have a blockage and you don't know what to do about it? Well, it's obvious. You're doing the wrong thing, aren't you?
Very accusatory.
You're being warned, aren't you?
Sounds like a threat.
Your subconscious is saying, I don't like you anymore. You're writing about things I don't give a damn for. If you have writer's block, you can cure it this evening by stopping what you're doing and writing something else. You picked the wrong subject.
Good point, Ray Bradbury. If you're in a position to be able to choose what you write and you're stuck and genuinely loathing the process, choose to write something else. We've all heard the advice, write what you know. Well, I say, write what you love. If you love what you're writing, maybe someone else will too. Or maybe not, you could just have weird tastes. Author Ryan Holiday, or Ryan Vacation for any Americans watching, I will not apologise for that joke. Anyway, to conquer writer's block, Holiday recommends that you...
Beat it into submission. That's the only way. How would you get rid of runner's block? You'd go for a fucking run.
So, if you've got writer's block, get up and go for a fucking run. Yes, you can outrun your problems, or outright them, maybe even outright them outright, alright? You'd think that Stephen, king of quantity over quality, has never suffered a day of writer's block in his life, but it's not true. When writing The Stand, Stevie got stuck. He was dealing with a complex plot and an overabundance of characters. His solution? Blow some people up. Problem solved. Maybe famously clogged author George R.R. Martin should follow King's lead and, I don't know, blow up half of Westeros? Do it, George. What have you got to lose? Blowing up half your story can't be any worse than the Game of Thrones TV series ending we got. Not many bombs that big. So, what have we learnt about writer's block? Although quite mystical, writer's block does seem to exist, but much like Bigfoot, it may not be what people think it is. It's not some scary beast that could strike at any moment and ruin your ability to write. It's more like a man in a gorilla suit, but it's you in the suit, and you're just seeing yourself in the mirror, and you can take the suit off at any time and stop being scared and write more words. Just when you thought I couldn't stretch the Bigfoot analogy any further, I go and break the laws of physics, and I'm not even done. Because I've found evidence of both Bigfoot and writer's block. Do you want to see the proof? Of course you do. That explains why George hasn't been writing. He's been out in the woods, terrorising hikers, trying to unblock himself. All right, George, keep at it, I guess.